Hello, welcome to Food Immerse, a channel where we not only teach you how to cook delicious dishes, but immerse ourselves in the history, culture, science, and beauty of food. I'm Lorraine, and I'm so excited for you to join me on this journey, exploring different cuisines, ingredients, and cooking techniques. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single delicious episode. Kale and persimmon salad with walnut vinaigrette. This perfect fall salad has everything going for it. It's packed with nutrient-rich ingredients. It's a delicious combination of seasonal fall flavors. It's beautiful with the contrast of deep green kale and bright orange persimmon. And best of all, this salad can be, in fact should be, made hours ahead of service and even keeps well overnight, making this the perfect side for meals requiring a lot of last-minute cooking, like Thanksgiving. The best type of kale for this salad is lacinato kale, also called Tuscan kale or dinosaur kale. I like this kale for salads because the leaves are relatively flat for easier prep, have little pockets that hold the dressing well, and are very dark green. Many recipes instruct you to massage raw kale to make this sturdy green more digestible. No need for that with my method. By dressing the kale a few hours before serving, the vinegar in the dressing will soften the kale enough that it is the perfect tenderness when served. The persimmons are also sturdy enough to dress ahead and benefit from absorbing the flavors of the dressing. Only the walnuts are left off until service so they remain crunchy. There are two types of persimmons, non-astringent and astringent. The most common variety of non-astringent is fuyu, which we will use in our salad. Non-astringent persimmons are delicious when firm and can be eaten and used like apples. Fuyus are squat and round. The most common kind of astringent persimmon is hachiya, which have a more elongated sort of acorn shape. These are bitter and inedible when firm due to their high tannin levels. However, once ripe and soft, the pulp is sweet and delicious, baked into cookies, cakes, breads, and pudding. Persimmon season typically runs from October to January, with fuyus ripening beginning in October and hachiyas in November. Persimmons will continue to ripen after being picked. Now that you know the type of kale and persimmons we'll be using and why, let's get cooking. To make kale and persimmon salad with walnut vinaigrette, you will need 1 bunch lacinato kale, 2 fuyu persimmons, 1 cup of walnut halves, 2 shallots, 2 tablespoons good quality sherry vinegar, a 1/4 teaspoon salt, a teaspoon Dijon mustard, freshly ground black pepper to taste, and 6 tablespoons roasted walnut oil. Let's first make the dressing. Cut the end off a shallot and peel it. If there are 2 stuck together, those are the 2 we'll be using for the salad. Sometimes a shallot will be solo and sometimes they'll be paired up like this one. After peeling the shallot, cut into 1/8-inch dice, also called brunoise. Make 3 or 4 horizontal cuts, keeping the root intact. Now make vertical cuts about 1/8 inch apart. Finally, turn the shallot and make 1/8 inch wide cross cuts. I like to use a jar with a lid for dressing, but you can also use a bowl and whisk. Place shallots into the jar or bowl. Add the sherry vinegar. Add 1/4 teaspoon salt. Rotate or whisk to get shallots evenly coated in vinegar. Set aside for at least 15 minutes. Next, toast the walnut halves. I do this in a toaster oven set to 300 degrees Fahrenheit and watch closely. You want them golden and fragrant. This can take anywhere from 8 to 15 minutes. Allowing the shallots to marinate in the vinegar for 15 minutes mellows out their harshness. Now we will add the Dijon, fresh ground pepper to taste, and the 6 tablespoons roasted walnut oil. Nut and seed oils spoil quickly, which is why they are usually sold in opaque containers like this one. You should also store them in the refrigerator to make them last longer. Shake vigorously or whisk to combine. Wash the kale by removing the band and washing each individual leaf. The most effective way I've found to dry any greens is to lay out a clean bath towel folded in half lengthwise. Lay the leaves out on the towel in a single layer face up, alternating the direction of the wider part of the leaves to maximize space. Roll the towel up with the leaves inside as you go. Once you have all the leaves rolled up, place in fridge for 15 to 20 minutes. The leaves will be very dry, which allows the dressing to adhere. While the kale is in the fridge, prepare the persimmons. First, cut around the stem at an angle, pulling out the core. Next, cut into 8 wedges. We got lucky that our persimmons had no seeds. Here is what they would look like. Simply remove them with the point of your knife. Finally, cut the 8 wedges in half to make bite-sized pieces. After 15 to 20 minutes in the fridge, remove dried kale from the towel. Place each leaf upside down on the cutting board. This makes it easy to see and cut out the tough stem. Cut out the thickest part of the stem that runs about 2/3 of the way up the leaf. Then cut across into 1 to 2 inch pieces and place in a salad bowl. Add the persimmons. Shake or whisk the dressing, add to the salad, and toss. This is a rare salad that is actually better dressed 2 to 4 hours ahead since it softens up these sturdy greens. You do not want to add the walnuts until right before service so they stay crunchy. Right before serving, add in the walnuts and toss. Thank you so much for joining Food Immerse and exploring different cuisines, ingredients, and cooking techniques. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe so you don't miss a single delicious episode. If you make this dish, I would love to hear about it in the comments or shoot me an email. Until next time, cheers to good food.